Okay. Welcome to the January 28th meeting of the Fall River Sewer Commission. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Mr. Ferlin, would you please do the roll call?
President Almeida,
Here.
Member Souza,
Yes, here.
Member Bernia,
Present.
Member Howiak.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. I think we've all been sent the agenda for the meeting. Item number one is citizen input. It's my understanding that, Mr. Ferlin, you have someone that has sent in something for citizen input.
Yep, so I do have a citizen's input. If the commission would like, I'll read it into the record.
Go ahead.
Do we need a motion on that, I would assume, right?
No, citizens' input would typically be talked about by the citizen. I wouldn't say that any vote would or action is needed on this.
Okay. Yeah, I have no objection to putting it into the record.
All right, excellent. The citizens' input was from Colin Dias, 560 Ray Street, Fall River, Mass. 02720. Fall River Sewer Commission 1/28/21 meeting, citizens' input. Good afternoon, members of the Fall River Sewer Commission. I'm writing to you today to discuss the importance of transparency and accountability in city government. Just recently, the Attorney General's office has released an order ordering the City of Fall River Sewer Commission to abide by the open meeting law. I will attach a copy of that order to the citizens' input. I believe every board and commission in the City of Fall River should make every effort to abide by the open meeting law, especially those boards and commission that are paid with taxpayers' funds, such as this commission. I believe that the Sewer Commission should invite the city's legal counsel to a further meeting of the commission to discuss the open meeting law and should work with the city's legal counsel to respond to any further complaints. It is what is best for our city. Best regards, respectfully submitted, Colin Dias. There is an attachment, which was the response from the AG's office.
Okay. Does anybody have any comments with respect to it?
No.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to well, I guess we can just move on to item number 2. That takes us to minutes of the previous meeting. As usual, we've been presented the minutes of the previous meeting. I've looked it through. I'm assuming that you other commissioners have done the same. If not, and if you need time to do so, just let me know. But I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting held on January 21st.
Make a motion.
Please.
Second.
Mr. Ferlin can do the roll call, please.
Member Souza,
Yes. Approved.
okay. That was Member Almeida, President Almeida. Member Souza,
Yes, accepted.
Member Bernia,
Yes.
Member Howiak.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That takes us to item number 3, the open meeting law complaint. And we have two open meeting law complaints. The complaint was received on both complaints were received on January 21st, 2021 from Mr. Colin Dias. And just to read the complaints, first complaint refers to on December 21st, 2020, I filled in, this is from Mr. Colin Dias, I filled an open meeting law complaint with the Fall River Sewer Commission. I have not received a response to said complaint from the Sewer Commission within 14 days as required by the open meeting law. Now, just to go one step further, I think it'd be wise if we just, at this point in time, read the second complaint. The second complaint states that on January 21st, 2021 at 12:30 p.m., the Fall River Sewer Commission held a meeting on Zoom. The agenda and notice of the meeting was posted on 1/15/21 at 1:08 p.m. The open meeting law section 20B requires that the public body post notice of every meeting at least 48 hours prior to such meeting, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and legal holidays. January 18th, 2021 was the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. And January 20th, 2021 was Inauguration Day. Both are legal holidays. As such, the notice for the Fall River Sewer Commission's January 21st, 2021 meeting was not posted at least 48 hours before the meeting. A violation of open meeting law, section 20B. Okay. Having said all that, we have been presented, I believe, well, let me put it this way. In our last meeting, with respect to the complaints that we dealt there, we had delegated Mr. Ferlin to respond to these open meeting complaints that were in effect then.
Yep.
Since then, we have been provided with a draft of the response that would be given to Mr. Colin Dias for each one of these complaints. Am I right, Mr. Ferlin?
Yes.
Okay. And from what I can surmise from what you're trying to say, with respect to the complaint about not having scheduled a meeting properly because of what is assumed to be Inauguration Day as a holiday, you in your draft letter have responded to Mr. Colin Dias that Inauguration Day is not a legal holiday in the state of Massachusetts. And on that basis there, we actually proceeded accordingly to set the meeting up, to set the agenda of the meeting up.
Yes, correct. Everything that was, so it's only a holiday for federal employees within the federal inauguration area. That's what's stated within the law of.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I guess for my own edification, where are we with this draft?
So currently, it says a draft if the commission feels that, again, if they want to delegate the responsibility of responding to Mr. Dias on these two complaints, if they want to delegate it, for me to respond to him, I will be more than happy to issue these responses.
Okay, when the response goes through, are you going to attach the listing of the Massachusetts legal holidays, or do you you feel that's a moot point?
Yeah, I will attach what was given in the letter here as well.
Okay. Now, with respect to the first complaint that I talked about,
Yep.
there's also a draft letter that was presented to us, essentially answering Mr. Dias as to what our response to his complaint is. Could you just kind of summarize that for us, please?
Yeah, so with the December 21st response, we didn't have another meeting until January 21st. That's when it was delegated to myself to respond. Those responses were mailed out on January 21st.
Okay. We at the point right now where you're looking for the commission to approve the drafts that you presented to us?
Yeah, if you'd like to approve the draft and delegate me to respond to the open meeting law complaints.
Okay. Having done that, having done that, is there anything else that you need from us to proceed with answering these complaints?
Just a
Okay.
vote.
Any commissioners have any comments about this
Nope.
at this point? Renee, you're pretty versed as to the legal side of things, and we always appreciate the comment you give us to point us in the right direction and so forth. But,
I read the response. It looks good.
okay, good. So I guess at this point in time,
Just one question I
Well-
have. Do these responses have to go to any other, like the law department, just to say that we answered them, or does it just stay in-house in the sewer commission?
Nope, so I always send a copy of these responses typically prior to sending them out to the law department. I always have in the past, and we'll continue to do. A final copy also gets put in our file and gets sent to the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
okay, do you ever get any responses down from the,
Yes.
legal-
So again,
No,
the
you can.
attachment from the citizens' input was the response that we received back in October. I believe that was forwarded up to all the board members. Whenever we receive a response from the Attorney General's office, that goes to the law department as well.
Anybody have anything else? Okay, what I guess what I'm looking for at this point in time is and I guess we should probably handle each one individually.
That's fine.
All right. Okay, so with respect to the first complaint that dealt with the December 21st meeting held on 2020, I'd like to hear, I would wish to entertain a motion from someone to approve the draft response that has been presented to us to answer this complaint. Anybody want to make a motion?
Make a motion.
Anybody want a second?
Second,
All right, Mr. Furlan, can you do the roll call, please?
Yep, President Almeida,
Yes,
Member Souza,
Yes.
Member Bernier,
Yes.
Member Howiak.
yes.
all right, thank you very much for that. Now, with respect to the second complaint that dealt with the scheduling of the sewer commission meeting it's on January 21st. I would also entertain a motion to approve the draft response that was provided by Mr. Furlan to answer this complaint. Anybody who will make that motion, please?
Make the motion.
Second,
And does someone second that?
second,
Yeah, I believe.
Renee.
Mr. Furlan?
Yep,
Could you do
President
a roll
Almeida?
call? Yes,
Member Souza,
Yes.
Member Bernier,
Yes.
Member Howiak.
yes.
thank you, thank you. Let's hope we have this behind us. Okay, this takes us to item number 4, which deals with the proposed work order for Woodward and Curran. In this particular case, it's work order number 15, contract 2 for the SCADA Wi-Fi design in the amount of $9,083.
Yep.
I guess this is a continuation of what we discussed in the meeting of the 21st. You have any comments about this, Paul?
Yeah, so just if you want, I'll give you a little description and background of what this includes. This is work order number 15. It is another work order in relation to the SCADA work. This is primarily in relation to the contract 2 that'll be coming out moving forward. We expect that to be awarded sometime in June. This will assist with making sure that the Wi-Fi connection throughout our new buildings to be constructed and new offices it will work. Right, Woodward and Curran, has been tasked with pretty much looking after our SCADA system and our computer system within the wastewater treatment plant. And this is a task that's needed.
Okay.
Originally, the proposal was a lot more and had additional studies in there. Personally, I did not feel that those studies were needed. I would much rather spend money on implementing things than having studies done. So that's why this wasn't proposed at the last meeting with the other work order.
Right, very good. Just a comment. I think the last work order we did with them was number 16, and this one here is number 15.
Yes, correct.
All right, okay, so
So again,
do you assign them as they come across, or are they assigned ahead of time?
so this one was assigned ahead of time. So the last, as I stated, this one and 16 should have been presented at the last meeting. I wasn't happy with the package that they put together in relation to this one. The initial cost that they had was a lot higher, and I didn't feel that a lot of the studies that they were doing were needed at that time.
Makes sense. Very good. Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. I'll entertain a motion to award work order 15 in the amount of $9,083 to Woodward and Curran.
Make a motion.
Second,
Mr. Furling could do the roll call.
President Almeida,
Yes,
Member Souza,
Yes.
Member Bernier.
Yes.
Member Howiett.
Yes.
thank you. That then now takes us to the update on, well, item number 5, update on ongoing projects. I believe we've all been sent what appears to be some type of worksheet that spells out the status of all the projects that relate to the $126 million bond issue that was approved back in, I believe, 2016 or what have you. I think this relates to a request that Mr. Souza asked in the last meeting.
Mhm.
I appreciate the quick response to it.
Yep.
It kind of spells out quite a bit as to what's been done, what's going to happen in the future, and approximately when. In addition to that, the seems to also illustrate on existing projects that are in place right now or have just recently been completed, where what's remaining to be spent and what the status of it is. I think this is a very good report myself.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And if anybody have any questions about it, Paul, is there anything you want to add to it?
No, that's, that's a sheet that myself and Olga Carrera in the office, we keep up to date. It's
Very good.
kind of lifeblood that I live by on tracking these projects.
I got one question. The sheet that looks like this has all the color codings on it. Is there any significance to the colors?
Sure.
Yeah, so that's broken down to plant work within the plant, then also work within pump stations, collection systems work, vehicle work. So the different color codes breaks down into the different areas. Different work.
Okay. All right, good.
Question.
Go ahead.
Christina, we have Paul, we ordered a special dump truck. Is that come in?
So the Stetco truck did come in. We've been using that. That came in over a year ago.
Okay, I didn't hear about, that's the reason why I asked the question.
Okay.
And we kept the other one and we're putting a body on that one also?
Yes, that's completed
Okay.
and has been in operation, working well.
Okay, very good, thank you.
All right. Again, this is just for information for us. Am I correct, Paul?
Yes.
All right. Again, thank you for that. I find it very helpful. It gives us the opportunity to see just where we're going and what's left to be done and just how much money that we've spent in the past. It's quite telling, I'll tell you. Unless anybody has any other questions, I'll move on. Takes us to item number 6, other potential matters. Does anybody have any other
No.
matters they would like to discuss or bring up? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I don't have any other matters. The only thing I did see, Mr. Patrick Higgins did enter the meeting and raise his hand if the board wanted to entertain to see whether he had anything to say.
I'm good. Anybody want to entertain a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn this meeting for today?
Second.
Do the roll call, Mr. Ferlin?
President Almeida,
Yes.
Member Souza,
Yes.
Member Bernier,
Yes.
Member Howiak.
Yes.
All
Very
right.
good.
Okay. That's it. Thank you, thank you, people. Appreciate your time as usual.
Thank you very
Renee,
much.
hope you-